Being a detective means you get paid to find things, find people. I hadn't been paid to find so much as a missing cat in 7 weeks. I spend most of each day asleep on the couch. I don't go out and do much anymore. I sit around, drink coffee, smoke cigarettes. Chinese takeout gets me by through most days. This would be the perfect life for me if I weren't going broke. Sometimes I find myself dreaming of getting a case, praying that someone will. Praying that Praying that's pray God damn it. Yes?
My name's Alice. Alice Raine. I was told that you could help me find someone. My husband, he's been missing for weeks.
What's his poison?
I'm sorry?
You said he's been missing for weeks, so that means he's either on the run or a junkie. If he was on the run, you wouldn't ask me to try to find him. You'd want him to stay hidden. The fact that you've already come to me means that you've either gone to the cops and they don't care, or you haven't gone to them and you don't want him to be found because he's a junkie and they might arrest him. I want to know what his drug of choice is.
Heroin. He started using heroin like about a year ago. I thought he was getting clean, finally, but he relapsed about a month ago and he's been missing for weeks. I could tell she'd been prepping this whole story in her head before she came over, rehearsing every bit of it line by line in the car, thinking she'll have to extract some amount of empathy from me to take the case, maybe hoping I'll feel so bad that I'll do it for free. I had every intention of taking the case, but even I have bills to pay. So, do you think you can help me? Can you find him?
Well, it won't be easy, and unfortunately, I'm not cheap. I would need at least...
I can give you $500 now. I don't know if that's enough.
She gave me a master class about her husband. Call it Vagabond 101, an introduction to Corey. She tells me everything about his job and his family, his past and his present, everything from his favorite color to his favorite ice cream flavor. Orange and mint chocolate chip, in case you were wondering. Either way, once she's done, she leaves me with his photo and all the details in the world, but not a lot of answers. Alice says her husband spent a lot of his free time around 5th Street, hitting up the local vagrants for whatever little bits he could get. Lucky for me, I know a guy who frequents that area.
Of yours? You seen him around?
Corey, tall dude, ink, crazy hair. Yeah, I've seen him. He didn't have enough for me though. He wanted way too much for way too little. I told him to hit the bricks.
Word? Any idea which bricks he hit?
Oh, he was parole officer? I don't keep tabs on dudes I don't sell to.
Hey man, I'm just trying to find my friend. Nothing dirty. Nothing dirty. But speaking of dirty,
that's Wes Stanton. Studied accounting at Sinclair College. Dropped out when he owed more to his dealer than he did on his student loans. Now he pays his dealers by fixing their taxes for them. He knows all the buyers and sellers in the Miami Valley. If anyone can find out where Corey might have wandered off to, it's this guy.
dude, you can't just stop people like that doing what I do, man. Could have been a cop or the IRS.
Yeah, I don't think the IRS has guys walking a beat in downtown Dayton.
Hey, man, you don't know the IRS. They'll do whatever they have to do to get you.
I told you I was going to be here. Listen, did your guy, did he know who Corey was? Did he sell to him? Anything like that?
Man, keep it down, dude. Look, my dude knew Corey, but he didn't sell to him because he was broke. He bought from all the low-level dealers, man. You know, waitresses, clerks, mechanics. You know, anybody he can get it from, man. All the bottom dealers.
Yeah, well, even the low-level guys have some kind of source they get it from. Who was supplying?
That's just it, man. Look, the only name we've all heard around is the name Monarch.
Monarch? Yeah, that's not pretentious at all.
But pretentious or not, this Monarch guy is selling to all the low-level dealers. That's where they're all getting supplied from.
All right, well, who was somebody that was being supplied by this Monarch that Corey was buying from?
Man, the only name I know is Allie Page. She's a waitress over at the Chuckle Hut across the street. She sells to her customers and the comedians. You know, she helps to buy her kids inhaler.
All right, I'll check it out. But if it doesn't pull through, I'm going to tell your dealer exactly who I am and exactly how many favors you owe me.
Dude, it'll check out, man. Trust me. Come on, man. Shh.
I knew the place Wes was talking about. Local comedy club. Ran by some guy named Larry, big dude with a beard, friendly enough. Probably into some heavier shit than he lets on. And if one of his servers is dealing under the table, there's a pretty good chance he knows about it, if he's not in on it at least.
We're closed. If you're looking to try out for a feature spot, come back on Thursday.
Oh, I think you really want to hear what I have to say, Larry. Or at least what I have to ask.
Oh, shit. Look, I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I know you don't want trouble, but it seems like whether it's yours or someone else's, it's like a moth to a flame situation, sort of a cliche plot device.
Look, I'm trying to run a respectable business here. I got out of the game a long time ago.
This guy, his name's Corey. He's been missing for a few weeks now. His wife showed up on my doorstep 3 days ago, begging me to look for him. He's a junkie, real low-level buyer. And word is he gets his goodies from someone on your wait staff, some lady named Allie Page.
There's nobody here by that name.
Yeah, don't bullshit me, Larry.
I'm not. Look, she hasn't been here in months. I had to let her go. She was bad for business.
Bad because she was spilling too many drinks or selling too much dope?
She was selling more dope than drinks. I was fine with it at first, and then turns out one of the guys she was selling to was an off-duty cop. He told me he wouldn't make a fuss about it if I took care of her myself, so I pulled her aside, told her it had to stop. Showed her the door.
Showed her the door because she was cutting into your own sales or not giving you a big enough share of what she was making?
Look, I already told you, man, I'm clean. I got out years ago.
Well then, where was she getting her stuff from? A guy like you, I cannot imagine, would let this go on in his club and not know at least where it was coming from.
She was getting from the same source as everybody else on her level. There's only one supplier doing the lower tiers nowadays.
This Monarch?
So you heard. Nobody knows who he is. He only deals in small bills, 1s and 5s. Easier to move, harder to trace. There's nothing sticks out like a wad of the hundreds. Dealing small bills just looks like you work for tips. But this missing hubby of yours, he was the Monarch's best customer by a mile. I was certain Larry was telling the truth. He's a terrible liar. I just wanted to keep him on edge. The more panicked he gets, the more he starts to spill his guts. Even if it's off topic, Larry was bound to give out all kinds of info. Look, ask some of the local ne'er-do-wells. He came in here a lot, always by himself. He left the same way. I mean, I'd see him in the parking lot talking to people from time to time, but I'd just assume he was trying to mingle and make some friends. If you ask me, he kind of looks like a guy that doesn't have a lot of love in his life.
He's married, Larry.
Yeah, so am I. My point stands.
His name's Corey. Disappeared a few weeks ago. Real low-level junkie. Rumor has it he may have been a buyer of yours.
Buyer? Honey, I don't sell that kind of fun.
Yeah, see, that's not what I hear. Things I've been hearing says you've got like some kind of special side menu for the more adventurous folks, some custom orders, special pricing. Just, I can't help but feel like this Monarch person might have a problem with that.
Listen, he was here a couple of days ago. Looked cute, looked a little desperate. I asked him if he wanted some company for the evening. He turned me down. He just wanted to get high. I told him, no donut, no sprinkles.
That's cute.
Dude has a wife, man. He went on and on about her, like she was royalty, worshiped the ground she walked on. He just wanted to get high, man. He went down that way toward that broke-ass warehouse where people like him go when they're on a bender.
Broke-ass warehouse. When was this?
I don't know, a couple of days.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
Hey, I'm working here. The least you could do is pay me for my time.
File an HR complaint. Corey, man, hey, you with me?
Who are you?
I'm a friend. Your wife, she hired me. She wanted me to find you. She's been looking for you.
My wife. Not surprised.
Listen, man, we got to get you out of here. You are in rough shape. Your wife is waiting for you. She wants you to come home.
Yeah, poor thing. She can't seem to live without me.
Corey's clearly delirious, completely wiped out. I've seen this before. Poor guy is on his last rope, barely clinging to consciousness. If he closes his eyes, they won't open again. He just keeps rambling on and on about his wife, like she's some kind of divine being, making it sound like all of her mistakes are his. Then he says something that really sticks with me.
She really is the queen, isn't she?
Queen? He called her the queen. Not a queen, not his queen. The queen. And he didn't seem relieved or surprised that she hired me. He seemed downright amused. Then something else hits me.
But this missing hubby of yours, he was the Monarch's best customer by a mile.
Dude's married. He's got some wife or some shit. He went on and on about her, like she was royalty, worshiped the ground she walked on.
Alice is the Monarch. Her husband is her best customer. That's why she wanted him found. He's her biggest source of income. That's why she came to me and not the cops. Corey. Come on, man. Corey. Corey? Corey's dead, which means the Monarch, Alice, has lost her best customer. And she's not going to be happy about that. Not by a long shot. Corey won't be the last. And the Monarch, Alice, she's not done. She'll have to slow down a bit now that her cash cow is gone. But I can't count on that. Now that I know who's really running the streets out here. It's not me. It's her. She's taking my streets from me. But she wasn't counting on one thing. I don't like to share. Monarch will have to slow down now, but she's not done, and that's okay, because neither am I. Would I ever be done? Yes, but not in this world. In this world, I'm still the best line of defense.
Yep. We're closed. You want to try out for a feature spot, come back on Thursday.
Oh, I really think you want to hear what I have to say, Larry. I didn't hit record on the damn audio recorder, so that's Mike. Come on. Yes?
My name's Alice Monroe. I was told that you could help me.
Alice Raine.
Alice! Raine!
Well, let's try again. Yes?
My name's Alice Raine.
That's you. I didn't do anything.
No. My name's Alice Raine. I'm looking for someone. I was told that you could help me.
Oh yeah, you forgot the husband missing
Right,
for weeks.
husband missing for weeks.
Suppose you could help me. You said he's been missing for weeks. People who go missing for weeks only do so for a few. Okay.
Go.
Later.
Okay. Hold on.
You don't need to stop. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
still
ready?
Yep.
All right. Giving drugs back and
Constantly
forth.
selling drugs.
Letting a man film him for some reason.
So my cigarette didn't light.
At all?
No.
My memorization skills blow.
Don't do that.
I'm like that dude from that disaster movie. 9!
I didn't hit her.
Oh, hi, Mark. But he was broke, man, so he didn't sell it to him. He just kind of went around buying from all the bottom dealers, man. You know, taxi drivers.
Taxi drivers.
God damn it.
Rough Robert De Niro.
That's kind of what popped in my head. You don't know the IRS, man. Look, do what they got to do to get you.
You're a complete blank.
Every time you do, you
I know. Look, just tell me what you got.
Keep it down, man. Look, my dude knew Corey, but he didn't sell it to him because he was broke. Like, he bought from all the low-level dealers, you know, clerks, waitresses, bus drivers. And I remember it.
Bus drivers, never in the world.
You know, like a big cue card behind you. Oh,
I'll
try it one time.
All right.
Man, pretentious or not, that's where everybody's getting this stuff, man. All the bottom dealers and low-level sellers, that's where they're getting it from. That's not what the f*** I said either. I don't envy your editing. The f*** is that? Scrub-a-dub-a-dub-dub.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub.
I thought I heard scrub-a-dub. This is not fun.
Bull, it's not fun.
No, it's
Having a
fun.
blast.
I'm just...
Back up.
Newcombs. You're gonna walk up and then cross the street.
Action. Jesus Christ. I know, there was nothing. Now everyone's like, I want a beer.
Lunch bell got rang.
Huh?
Lunch bell rang. Oh, I'm
All right. Go. Yeah, go back. Jesus Christ. All right, whenever you're ready.
F***ing Aaron.
Is that who that was?
Yes. You should clip that out and make a f***ing clip on Facebook.
F***ing Aaron.
I'm trying to find my friend Corey. Have you seen him?
We just want Corey to come home.